The IDF started to move more troops and more weapons and assets into the Golan Heights, the occupied territory along the Israel-Syrian border occupied by Israel. And we've just had in the last few seconds some extra information come through from the IDF.
In this video, I am talking about Israel's and Netanyahu government potential threat from the Syrian opposition forces as they have captured Syria. So that's why Israel is considering that the opposition forces may attack on Golan Heights. So that's why they are considering as a potential threat. As we talk about the Golan Heights, so in 1967, the Israeli government annexed Golan Heights, and the only United States backed it, and the rest of the world is considering that the Golan Heights were captured by the Israelis and its Syrian territory. So that's why they're considering a potential threat. And now the Israelis and Netanyahu government ordered the military to establish a buffer zone in the area, and also ordered that the agriculture areas should be captured by the militaries, and also order that the schools should be closed, and for students online classes should be arranged, as they are considering that the Syrian opposition forces may attack on this area. That's why they are establishing the Golan Heights as a buffer zone here. On the other hand, we will talk about Syrian people, Syrian opposition forces, Hayat al-Tahrir al-Sham group, Syrian democratic forces, that they are gathering in the streets, in the squares, and celebrating their victory. They are considering that the Assad regime is over, the dictator regime is over, and now we are free. Now the Syrian government, the Syrian people will live and will pass their life prosperous. The future will be decided, but they are considering as a freedom from Assad's dictatorship. On the other hand, the in the past and recently, the Israeli media claimed that they use airstrike on the northern of Syria in Damascus, one of the airport of Damascus, uh, and targeted and claiming that we are afraid that the Syria may be in hand of the armed forces, which will make a potential threat for Israel, for Netanyahu government. That's why the Air Force uses airstrikes. And in past, Israeli Air Force targeted weapon shipments and military installations, as they were considering that it may be transferred to Lebanon and Hezbollah, and it will be used against Israel's. So that's why they targeted such installations and equipments and military shipments in the Syria. And now the Netanyahu is considering that the opposition's victory, the Assad regime fall, is a historic day, because Assad was a Shia Muslim backed by Iran and Hezbollah, a partner of Hezbollah and Iran. And on the other hand, Iran and Hezbollah were against Israel on Hamas war, on Palestine war. So that's why the Netanyahu is considering it's a great day, and also considering a potential threat from opposition forces that they may attack on the Golan Heights to capture and take it from the Israelis. So that's why they are installing a buffer zone in the area. So you people write down in comment section that the potential threat that Israel is considering is correct or not correct. In my opinion, the Syrian opposition forces are not that will attack on Israel. Firstly they will establish the Syrian government. Later says they will think, but for right now, in the recent months and recent years, they will not think about to capture the Golan Heights. Thank you.